been a while since I've done a let's play. I just wanted to dive into the current household in which I've been playing right now, and just kind of share my little storyline with you all, and hoping that you guys find some entertainment in it, and of course maybe some inspiration. So y'all, when I say I have fallen in love with this little family, like, okay, but like, don't we all fall in love with like Sims or our Sim families like every 2 to 5 business days? But I digress. I've been playing with this family and just have absolutely fallen in love. This is the Allen family, and right now his daughters are at school, but Mr. Isaac right here, whom we're following along while he's taking his doggy on a little light jog, he has captured my heart. Before I get to rambling, I just want to go ahead and tell y'all a little bit more about this Allen family. So right here we have Isaac, and Mr. Isaac is a ex-truck driver, and he's used to be in the construction field as well. So Mr. Isaac, and I'll show you guys later who I'm talking about, but Mr. Isaac is a single father. He is caring for his 2 young children, Valerie Allen and Miss Rachel Allen, as you guys can see down here. You may be wondering, where is their mother? Well, good question. He met the mother of his children one day at a bar. So the mother of his children is right here, Miss Ellie Flores. Of course, they are divorced. They have a very bad romance and a very difficult relationship, and I'll explain why. Ellie and Isaac, they met and they fell in love with one another, and then you know how things happen. You meet, fall in love, and then they had their first child over here, Miss Valerie Allen. They lived, in a small house tucked away in Copperdale. Now, because both of them were pretty young when they had Valerie, and neither one of them were necessarily, came from wealthy beginnings or anything like that. So Isaac, he had to work hard to provide. He was building a family, and he was, very much in love with Ellie. So he continues to be a truck driver, but him being a truck driver, of course, he had to be on the road constantly. And Ellie, which is his ex-wife, she developed, postpartum depression and became very, very resentful toward Isaac because she felt like her dreams were being ignored and her dreams weren't being fulfilled. Ellie wanted to go to university, and she wanted to earn a business degree, and she ultimately wanted to open up her own restaurant. But she couldn't do that because, she was caring for her child Valerie, and Isaac was never home to help around the house, to help with things or anything like that. So she had to put everything on the back burner. Because there was so much resentment, their relationship strained even more. Should I pay your bills? This is embarrassing. Please pay your bills, sir. I'm trying to tell a whole story and you ain't even paid your bills. Anyway, so after that, Isaac made the decision, for the sake of their marriage and the sake of their relationship and for the sake of Ellie's mental health, he decided to stop being a truck driver, and he found, local work back in the construction field. When he came back home and started having a normal 9 to 5 again, that's when they eventually had their second child, or the second daughter, Rachel Allen, right here. Things were okay at that time. Things were starting to turn around for the better. He was working, at a construction site, but that particular site wasn't making enough money for him. So, he reached out to his uncle. So Isaac reached out to one of his favorite uncles for help finding another gig. And his uncle was like, yeah, man, I know some people, and I can get you in with the right folks, so you can start making some money. So he started working with another construction company. Everything seemed to be great. The people there were really cool, really friendly. The guys were really nice or whatever. Unbeknownst to Isaac, though, this particular construction company, they were committing illegal activities or illegal crimes. Isaac had no idea, y'all. He didn't know anything about the illegal activities that were going on in the construction site. And so unfortunately, Isaac was framed for committing a crime that he did not commit, and he served some jail time. While he was in jail, of course, his wife at the time, Ellie, she had to move back to Strangerville because she could not, stay in Copperdale with her and now 2 kids. She had 2 kids to raise, and Isaac wasn't there. He was locked up. And so in Isaac's absence, Ellie moved back to Strangerville where her mother lived to help her to take care of her 2 kiddos. And so after about 2 years of serving his time in jail and proving his innocence, he was released. After Isaac was released, however, he fell into a deep depression, y'all. Thought he could pick up where he left off, with his wife and getting to know his kids, because it's like he lost 2 years worth of money, relationships, just spending time, valuable time with his family. And so that really got to him and affected him, just seeing how much his girls have grown up, and he was not there to experience at least 2 parts of that, 2 years worth of that. And it was very seldom that Ellie would bring the girls to go see their father, because their father was like, again, his daughters seeing him behind bars. So anyways, so Isaac tried to go back to Strangerville where Ellie and his 2 daughters were, and tried to start a life, with them again. But something about Ellie had drastically changed. Something about her was not the same. Isaac just couldn't put his finger on it. And Isaac had his own, things that he had to deal with, and his own, depression and stuff like that. But he was actively trying to work through it. Whereas something was just off about Ellie. But he just, ignored it and just focused on doing better and making, better choices, being cognizant of the people that he surrounds himself with and makes relationships with, especially in the business aspect, because being locked up and falsely accused really hurt his trust. So it's like he was having a hard time trusting anyone. Sometimes he had a hard time even trusting his own wife at the time. Sometimes he would think like, dang, are my kids really my kids? Like, he just started to question everything about everything because of the legal stuff that he went through and having to serve time. So one day, you guys, out of the blue, Isaac got a call. It was someone telling him that one of his favorite uncles, the uncle that helped him get the job at the construction company that he got locked up for. Yeah, that uncle passed away, and it kind of shocked Isaac at first. And Isaac was like, what? And so the reason why that he was getting the call is, to not only to be notified that his uncle had passed away, also his uncle had left him this home. And so his uncle passed this home over to him for him to have. Now, it looks a mess. Yes, I know. It looks a complete mess. And so Alan had it in his head, you know what, maybe this is, the sim universe trying to give back to me because I was just wrongfully committed of these crimes that I did not commit. And now I have this home, for me and my kids and my wife to start over. And he gladly accepted it. And his vision was to, to rebuild this home, renovate it, and just make the home look brand new. And also, since there was so much space in this home, he figured that him and his wife could finally have the restaurant. The plan was to have a restaurant down here. All right, y'all, I had to do a little resetting because I noticed that Ellie had walked through the door as we were talking about her. Yeah, the plan was to have a restaurant downstairs. And, their house was going to be up here. And yeah, that was gonna be that. They was gonna have their 2 girls, and they were gonna live happily ever after. Isaac was gonna make it happen by any means necessary. Oh, I forgot to mention. So Isaac doesn't know this, but the reason why his uncle gave this house away to Isaac was because his uncle knew about the illegal activities that were being committed at the construction site in which Isaac went to jail for. Uncle felt like he owed it to Isaac to give him something. Ooh, girl, no ma'am. Don't come up here like that. We don't serve bats. No ma'am. We don't serve vampires. No ma'am. Yes, your business is not welcomed here. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, so that's why he gave the place away, or rather, left his home to him, because he felt like, he was kind of responsible for Isaac's demise. He feels like if he would never offer that, told him about that job, Isaac would have never ever went to jail and lost valuable time with his family and his kids. So the question is now, why isn't Ellie still around? Okay, well, so after they got this house, Ellie got news that her brother was missing. And so Ellie packed up and she went back to Strangerville to live with her mom and to help find her brother. She was trying to, the search and rescue and all that stuff like that. Yeah, she was trying to desperately find her brother. And they finally found her brother about a year later. But who or what unalived her brother is still a mystery. Ellie became so obsessed with the death of her brother that it started to consume her. She made it her mission to find out what happened to her brother. Who did it? How did it happen? Where did it happen? When? How and why? It was so many unanswered questions, and it just consumed Ellie to the point where she was no longer able to really care for her kiddos. Like, she wasn't paying attention to them. She was hardly eating herself, so therefore she was hardly even feeding her kids or providing them with the necessary care that they needed, the love and the attention and stuff. Like, she wasn't doing any of that. And so yeah, the kids at a point that they were living with their mother in Strangerville while she was going through all of this. Isaac, he tried to step in, but he felt like he had no control. He felt like powerless in a sense. I think that since him having been locked up for, a little minute there, I think that did something to his psyche as far as, he also felt like because Ellie was there for the kids in the beginning when he was locked up, I think that he felt like Ellie ultimately had to say so in where the kids lived and where they, who they lived with and where they went, because, she spent the most time with them and was the more of a parent, I don't know, while Isaac was locked away. So he was like, how can I say no to my wife that, hey, I want my kids to be here with me? And then, Isaac had, he had got a actual job, so he couldn't leave Evergreen Harbor to stay with his wife back in Strangerville, because in Strangerville, he felt like there's nothing for him in Strangerville. He was starting to change his life around and make a little bit more change, a little bit more money, and just start fresh. And he just felt like going back to Strangerville would be a step back. And he didn't know how to help his wife through her grief either. Anyway, so back in Strangerville, Ellie was living with her mother, right? And so Ellie's mother started noticing Ellie becoming even more strange, just doing very strange things and, seeing things that weren't there, just being very fidgety. Ellie's mother realized like Ellie was being so consumed about her brother's death, and to the point to where she was, was not taking care of her kiddos. But Ellie's mother was growing sick herself, so she couldn't necessarily take care of the kids. She couldn't watch them like she wanted to. So Ellie's mother, which is the kid's grandmother, Ellie's mother was like, Isaac, you've got to come get these kids. Something's wrong with my daughter. I don't know what to do with her. She's really suffering right now, and I think that she's suffering with a mental illness. She really needs to seek some help. In the meantime, please come get these kids. And so Isaac definitely did that. He went and got his kiddos. And now his kiddos have been living with him for the past couple of months now. There was a big fight at first between Ellie and him. Ellie was calling, Isaac all kind of obscene things like, you call yourself a father, you weren't even there for me, you abandoned me twice, you were on the road, you were never at home when Valerie was, a kid, and then you got locked up when Rachel was born, so you were never there. It's like you constantly abandoned me. So Ellie kept blaming him for so many things. Not should have maxed out your parenting skill, period. Father of the Year award to who? You, yes. I think that subconsciously he was beating himself up about not being there for his kids in their early stages and missing out on so many key moments and milestones and stuff like that. I mean, it wasn't like he was going for 5 or 10 years. I get it, but 2 years can really, really change a lot, and you can really miss a lot of developmental milestones and just key moments in your kiddo's life in a 2-year span. Let me close this place down, child. Okay, how much money we made? Oh Lord, we was open for 11 hours and we only made $323. See, we're gonna have to do some tweaking to our business because we're not even making bits. Since I have this up, so yes, Isaac has opened up his own small business. It's called the Rusty Pint. I love this name and I love his bar downstairs. So yeah, it's just, this little small bar or whatever downstairs. Does it not look like a rusty pint? Yes. He has one employee over here. Her name is Amber Bess, and she's been working for Isaac for a couple of months now. At first, he was kind of unsure about Amber, whether or not she was going to be a hard worker, but she definitely proved that she's a hard worker. They get along pretty well. There's been a little slight flirtatiousness. I love like flirting between them two. I mean, it's just like subtle, like extremely subtle. Isaac doesn't want to confuse things between him and another employee. You know what I'm saying? He already has trust issues or whatever like that, but he can't help it. He really, really finds Amber really attractive, even though she ain't wearing no shoes. And it's been a minute. Oh, not the little lights out. Oh, Lord, we need to fix all this stuff, child. There's so much to clean up, so much to fix, you guys. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I love it. His daughter is down here helping him clean up around. You know what? She tends to do this. Like, after the business has shut down and stuff, like, she'll go in here and she'll, like, clean up the mess in the bar and just help her dad out, because when I say this little girl, she loves her daddy. Actually, she really loves her daddy and her mommy a lot. So anyways, okay, so back to my story, right? So the kiddos have been living with their dad a couple of months now. As you can see over here, there's some boxes and stuff since they just came back not too long ago. Some of the boxes have not been all the way fully unpacked. We have Valerie over here. She is sound asleep. But y'all, I love this little room. It is so messy. It looks just like I would imagine a teen room to look like, just very messy. And over here you can see they have their own little computer. Dad doesn't have much, but he had this old computer that he found on Simbook Marketplace. And so he bought it from somebody for, like 30 simoleons. And he was like, here you guys, here you go. And Valerie was kind of disgusted because she was like, this computer is like old and slow and like moves like a dinosaur. But at the same time, she was like trying to, sound very grateful for it. But because she knows that her father doesn't have that much. Rachel, on the other hand, she just hops on the computer. She's like, oh my gosh, it has games. And it's like, so anything really pleases little Miss Rachel. Oh, I love it. She really cleaned up everything down here for her father. I love that. I'm gonna have her to write a note for her daddy. She's supposed to say, oh, okay, we can't write a note. Great, because I can't get to it. That's awesome. So yeah, she's just gonna write a note saying, hey daddy, I cleaned up everything downstairs for you. I know that you're tired. Love you. On to Valerie. So Valerie, she had a good relationship with her mom up until she started to get a little older and kind of realized like something was off with her mother. So she felt like something was off with her mom, and she started realizing like her mother's reality was not the actual like reality. Ellie would, have the girls to go and play hide and seek sometimes, but really what their mother was doing was trying to hide them away from quote unquote people that were quote unquote out to get them. Nobody was out to get them. It's just all in Ellie's head, because Ellie thinks that something happened to, their brother, and Ellie came to the conclusion like somebody else is going to come after my family, whether it be me, my daughters. So I have to protect them, and I have to make sure that they're hidden and, and out of harm's way. It would just be other little illogical things that her mother would have them to do. And after a while, Valerie, like I said, grew older. She was like, normal mothers don't act like this. How my mom acts, normal mothers don't act like that. She started to grow, some resentment toward her mom because, Valerie couldn't go to certain places. For a while she was homeschooled, so she didn't have really many friends. She couldn't go to like parties and stuff like that or be a normal teenager without her mom like being a helicopter mom. Let me forget from milestone reflection from passing out on the sidewalks, not making it to the restroom in time. No one wants to remember all of life's embarrassing moments. I would even say that this milestone reflection that she's like reflecting on right now, maybe she's having one of those moments where she went to sleep and she had like a dream about one of the difficult times with her mom, to the point that where her mom was scaring her so much that she like peed on herself. So that's what I'm thinking that she's thinking about right now. Like it seems like she woke up like in a bad mood, and I really hate that for Valerie. She just started becoming like a little rebellious when she was living with her mother, because she was just tired of her mother's antics. She didn't know that her mom had like a mental illness or anything like that, because she's young. She's like 15 or whatever. She didn't know. So she just started just doing all kinds of rebellious stuff. She went and dyed her hair, and she did all those kind of things. So once she got with her father, she felt like free, like freedom. It's like her father understands her, and so she's able to just be like the creative person that she wants to be. You know, have friends, go to high school, go to public school. So she loves that. She loves, being able to go to school and make friends now. The one thing I will say about Valerie that I'm loving is that she is, like I said, a creative. She loves to draw. She loves like sketching and stuff like that. She loves to play the guitar. She's really good at the guitar. And she wants to also be a tattoo artist. Isaac doesn't know how to feel about that, about her, his daughter trying to be a tattoo artist. But Isaac said, you know what? Hey, if you get so good, I'll let you practice, some of your tattooing on me one day. But you got to show me some really good, like drawings and stuff like that. Like, you got to show me some really good stuff and I'll let you practice on me. So he's willing to do that, let her practice. So the guitar, this is Valerie's guitar right here. Again, this was a guitar that Isaac had got for Valerie. She plays this thing nonstop. Did you do your homework, Rachel? Rachel, I feel like you didn't do your homework. Oh, you did. Okay, girl. Okay, I'm just making sure. But you still have not finished this project over here. So let's get it's about time for you to go to school, though. So I guess it don't matter no more. It's really cloudy outside, y'all. Oh, they're not supposed to go to school because today is Winterfest. We don't even have a freaking tree up or nothing, y'all. I really feel bad. I don't have a tree up for these kiddos for Winterfest. I wasn't planning on playing Winterfest. I feel bad. Should I? I feel like I'm not done telling my story. Okay, let me focus though. Okay, so Rachel, right? Rachel, her being a baby, she had a good relationship with her mom. She saw the world through her mom's eyes, so she has a really big imagination. The things that her mom used to tell her, she would believe it, like, going to play hide and seek and stuff like that, and, seeing things, or her mom seeing things that weren't there. So Rachel, would just talk to things that weren't there either, in a sense. But then when Valerie started, like I said, getting to the rebellious stage, Rachel wanted to be more like her sister. Once she saw her sister come in with blue hair, she automatically wanted to have blue hair too. But of course, their mom was against Rachel having blue hair. Rachel wanted to cut her hair just like Valerie too. Or their mom was not having that. And so Valerie one day just got really upset and was like, Rachel, if you want your hair cut like me, how about we just cut off one side or whatever? I don't care. We don't care what mom says or whatever. And at first Rachel was like, are you sure that's a good idea? And she was like, yeah. So, Valerie's already good with her hands. She can draw, she can play the guitar. Of course she should be able to cut somebody's hair, right? Wrong. She had messed up Rachel's hair to the point that where they just had to shave off the half of her head or whatever. But instead of them shaving like all of her hair off, Rachel was like, you know what? I like this. It's really cool. It looks like you. I want you to keep it like this. So she just kept it like that, And of course, when Isaac got their kiddos and he saw Rachel's hair like this, he was like, if you want to keep your hair like this, let me take you to someone that can do it professionally. Because when I say Valerie butchered her hair, she butchered her hair. It looks really neat right now, but not at first, no. And so Isaac, let the kids keep their hair like this. Like, if that's how they want to express themselves, he was totally fine with that, So he kind of just, lets these kids do whatever they want to, but in a loving way. So, yeah, Ellie still lives in Strangerville. Mentally, she's just not there, right? And so she's not necessarily in the picture, but she does come and visit every now and then. I did give her the Reaper job, only because she's so hell-bent on finding out who, what, when, where, what happened to her brother. Isaac, on the other hand here, just been adjusting to becoming, the single father. At first was, trying to make the renovations and hire contractors to renovate this home and stuff like that. But business started getting really slow. He had made some poor money management choices. And so he kind of had a setback. And then with the two kiddos coming, that really set him back financially. And so he's just been kind of struggling financially and the business and, making renovations. So it's just, man, laugh at this broken sign. Let's definitely do that. We're going to laugh at this broken sign because we're just going to laugh at our sorrows. Why not? But we're also going to go over here and repair. So at this point, you guys, I am done with my storytelling and I'm just going to get into the gameplay, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk until I'm just, I guess, done playing for the night or done talking. Winterfest. What should we do? I don't know. I'm wondering if we should leave the house or what. It's like oh man. I feel like this is like the first Christmas that he would have with the kids, with just him alone. So it's kind of weird. He kind of wants, his ex-wife to be here to celebrate Christmas with him, but she's not. And, it kind of makes him like really sad. I will say that he definitely still has a soft spot for Ellie, even though they have a difficult and a bad romance right now. And it's crazy because, you guys, Ellie did not used to look anything like this, how she looks now. Matter of fact, I forgot to mention the pictures upstairs. He still has a picture of him and his wife. That's Ellie. This is what she used to look like. Yeah, that's how she used to look, just beautiful and just full of spirit, bubbly. But after the death of her brother, it's like it just consumed her. And this is Ellie over here too. Rachel wanted this picture to stay on their nightstand, and she refused for anybody to move it. So it stays there along with this little flower over here. I want to show you guys something else downstairs. Oh, looky, they're so cute. I wanted her to go over here and help her with this project. So we have a basement down here. Y'all take a look at this basement. This is not the cutest basement y'all have ever seen. Yeah, I know. It was full of junk. You can see some of the junk that kind of still remains over here. So he decided to, put some of the stuff down here, but also to put a lot of the kids' toys down here in the basement too, and just make this into a place in which Rachel can play and, have friends over. I know it's kind of creepy having kids go down in the basement, but we're not going to be thinking like, okay. But yeah, she can just play and her imagination can just go wild. So that is exactly what Rachel has done. She told her daddy, like, I want to build a big giant fort. And so he was like, well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's build you a fort, baby girl. And so he put these old mattresses that he had laying around, and they just made a big giant fort. And she has all of her stuff down here. Rachel loved being down here. Valerie took it upon herself to kind of like paint the walls and, create this little thing back here. So this is what Valerie did for her sister. And I just thought it was just the most sweetest thing ever. She wanted to also do this wall over here, but she just hasn't finished it. She started, with a little owl and moon over here, but she just hasn't finished it. And then there's another part of the basement over here. You go through this wall. Here's another little, rundown couch over here, left around. And then in here, you will find, it looks creepy. Now that I'm showing this to y'all, like going here, like this room right here looks kind of creepy. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, this is a tattoo bed. So because Isaac knows that his daughter wants to be like this tattoo artist and, this just artist in general, instead of getting her an easel like most, I guess, people would do, most parents would do, instead of that, he got her this tattoo bed. So like I said, he said that he promised to allow Valerie to, practice on him. So he got this old used tattoo bed for her to practice on. And I think that would be like a really nice Christmas ideal to do. So you know what? Let's try that. Since we're talking about it, let's practice tattooing with Isaac. And let's see if he decides to, let us do it on him. Up here, you guys can see, pictures of little Rachel when she was little. Let me see her over there. She's so cute. So, Dad, I know it's Christmas. Remember when you said that I could practice tattooing on you? Well, today's the day. I think what better than a day than Christmas, And he's like, you got me, Val. You got me. Okay, well, as long as you don't write anything crazy on me, as long as you don't draw anything crazy on me. And she's just like, I wouldn't do that to you, Dad. Like, I got the perfect thing for you. All right, so this is the moment of truth. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Isaac is letting his daughter do this. Girl. She looks really focused. Like she really looks like she knows what she's doing. See, this is what I'm talking about. Valerie is so talented. I could see him wanting to get his daughter's names tattooed on him. I could also see him not a girl, ma'am. What is you putting on? I'm dead. Oh my gosh, Valerie, I'm up here talking about how talented you are, and you done drew a sun and some clouds on your daddy's belly button. And she's like, I'm almost done, daddy. Knowing Isaac, he gonna eat it up. He's gonna be like, this is the best son ever. In his eyes, his girls do not do no wrong. Anyways, like I said, I kind of feel bad that we don't have a Christmas tree up or anything. I don't think that the kids, well, I don't want to say the kids. I don't think that Valerie really cares about celebrating Christmas for real, but Rachel, on the other hand, she's used to, celebrating. So where would we even put the Christmas tree? We barely have any room. Like, we have no room whatsoever to put a Christmas tree. Like, I could barely put the cork board over here. I'm guessing we may have to put it downstairs. Let's just put a Christmas tree right there. All right, we have our Christmas tree. Are we done with the tattooing yet? Okay, she's still going. Oh, she's still practicing. What does she do now? Okay, now she's making a rose. Okay, that's actually a little better. Oh no. He's like, no. That's enough, Valerie. That's enough. She's like, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. Wait. Let me just fix this one. He's like, no, baby. We're done here. But Dad, wait. So let's just get him off this table before she do anything. Look, she's steady going. She's like, okay, Dad. So of course she didn't use any permanent ink or whatever like that. So it's gonna easily wash off in the shower. And we're just gonna go over here and give her a hug. We're gonna encourage her to keep on practicing. Hey, baby girl, you did a really good job. I like the fact that you're, venturing out and trying something new. You're very creative, and I don't want you to stop being creative. Okay? All right. So anyway, so now that we have this lovely tree upstairs, why don't we have everyone to go up here together? And I really want them just have like a nice little Christmas dinner together downstairs. I'm gonna have Rachel to set this table, then they're gonna go back upstairs and maybe cook together cook a nice little cozy Christmas dinner, roast beef dinner. Okay, what else we got? All right, I think we should just do the roast beef dinner. Rachel to come down here and set the table with a little party setting. How about we do let's just do blue. Why not? Okay, so now we can join in the cooking now that he started. All right. Ooh, okay. All right now, Isaac, you doing a little too much. Just like, Dad, really? Do you really have to do all of that? He's like, baby girl, not only am I a mixologist, but I am a chef. Oh, he's just like, okay, Dad. I think I'm the only one here with really good hands. He's like, nope, you're not the only one with really good hands. Where do you think you got your good hands from? You got your good hands from your father. Oh, he is going to town, baby. I do see that Rachel, let's see here. Let's give Rachel, to get in the bathroom and take a really quick shower real quick. It's kind of smelly. What you been doing, girl? Rachel, why you so smelly? Look at him. Dad is always trying to show out. I love it. I really like Isaac, y'all. I like his messy hair. I like his messy beard. Like, it's just all really cute. Okay, you doing so much, sir. This food ain't done yet. Okay, there we go. Oh, snap. This is a perfect dinner. Even though they ain't got much, the place is a mess. And, he's not the richest dad ever. But just being able to, like, cook this pot roast with his daughter. And, them about to set the table and stuff. Don't y'all touch it. Let's put this in the middle and we can have our nice little Christmas dinner downstairs. I would love for them to even, to dance together, just having their own little Christmas night. I can even see him inviting over Amber. To see if she wants to, come over. This is supposed to be a night with they're supposed to be enjoying just themselves. So kind of want to, but no. Oh, it's not even really Christmas yet. It's Christmas Eve. Child, I'm thinking it's whole Christmas Day. Oh, well, child. So let's go over here. We'll just have some leftovers for tomorrow. And we're going to turn on a little Christmas music, too. Ooh, Why that sounds so sad? Next. What is that noise? Oh. Lord, the broken neon sign with Christmas music. They're out here. It's so ghetto, but I love it. I love it. I hope they don't change their seats. I feel like they're gonna get up and change seats. Oh, listen to the music. Girl, if you don't come over here and sit down, because now you're just being rude. Sit on down. Hurry up. Yeah, look at you. Everybody else done eating. Now you want to act right. Oh, I love it. They are just too adorable for me. I just cannot. All right, so we're gonna have them to come over here. Look, she's still dancing. She's like, Daddy, I'm not done dancing. What are you doing? So yeah, they're lighting the tree up. She's like, oh my gosh, Daddy, it's so pretty. I love it. It makes me want to dance even more, Daddy. Look at, oh, not our dog need a bath. Oh, poor Zoe. They want to change the dynamic to jokesters? Absolutely, we are jokesters. She's like, this is the best Christmas ever, Daddy. I love it. Isaac is a little teary-eyed on the inside. Like he's trying to fight back tears because something so simplistic is really putting a smile on his daughter's face. You know, he doesn't have, the money and stuff like that. He doesn't have the fancy house. He doesn't have the fancy anything. But it's like he made it happen with them just having so little. So, his heart is really like swelling with gratitude, swelling with happiness, with being, with his girls after just being through so much. And so he's really feeling the Christmas spirit this year. And yeah, so we're gonna wait until the kiddos go to, of course, go to sleep or whatever. And we're going to make sure that we put some gifts under the Christmas tree for them. Oh my God, y'all, I'm kind of in my feelings a little bit. I think that we should have Valerie and Rachel to go ahead and make those cookies to leave out for Santa Claus, even though we don't have a chimney, but whatever. We're gonna have to turn on some Christmas music up here too. No, they can take it out. Can we write a letter to Santa Claus, even though it's Christmas Eve? Let's see here. I thought there was a way we could write a letter, or am I tripping? All right, so since I can't make the freaking cookies, we're just gonna make a gingerbread house because I don't know what's going on with my game. Why my game don't want to do certain stuff. And we're definitely gonna have her to come over here and join her sister in making a gingerbread house, which I think is even better. Yeah. Oh, girl, is you sick? Not y'all getting the flu on Christmas Eve, child. No, ma'am. I don't know if I want y'all to make cook no more food if y'all got the flu. All right, how about I have Isaac to come up here. Hurry up with this gingerbread house. And let's see if we can get Zoe a bath. Family recipes, fish special touch unlocked. Rachel has unlocked the home remedy special touch for family recipes by overcoming a common illness. Oh, really? Okay, look at look at the little gingerbread. Look at it, so cute. Aww. Let's see if we can give Zoe a bath. Come on. Please get this baby a bath. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because you're stinky. Stinky baby. Get on up in there. Yeah. Get that baby a bath. All right. It's been a very eventful day. These girls are getting sleepy already. Before she goes to sleep, I'm just have her to kind of journal. I really wish she could journal while she is sitting in her bed. But let's just go and have her to write in her journal about her day. She spent, her first Christmas without her mom, and it's just her and her sister and her father, and how surprisingly she has felt very peaceful this season, and she's felt happy about the holidays, and she hasn't felt very happy about the holidays in a long time. I would like for her also to write a letter to her mom, but I don't know. I feel like we should send something to our mom, like a postcard, something. I just don't see Alan just excluding his ex-wife from the festivities, and I don't see Ellie not trying to at least come see her kiddos this Christmas. Like, they haven't missed a Christmas without her, and this would be the first time. Like, is she actually gonna come, or is she, just not mentally stable enough to even see her kids? I don't know what's gonna happen. All right, so I think it's about time to wind down a little bit. But while they're down here, I'm thinking that the kids are not going to come downstairs anymore. So let's place some presents under the tree. And then we're just going to admire the lights a little bit. All right. Oh, I love how the gift boxes are purple. That's like right up their alley. Ain't no telling what they're going to get though, y'all. Unused small business perk points. Okay, well, let me do that then. Let's see. 3 of those, I'm assuming. I don't know how it works. But we are a striving startup right now. I want to be able to turn this business like into a really nice little bar. I really love to renovate it and stuff like that. It's just gonna take a little minute. Not the picky eater, Rachel. What is going on? Oh, I would be a picky eater too if I had a headache and was sick. Do we know how to make like a home remedy? What is this special recipe stuff? I don't understand. Oh, home remedy. Oh, this is how you make okay, cool. Reduces the duration of illness. Okay. I could just, maybe Isaac used to have, a grandmother, a great grandmother or something like that, maybe whom he called Gigi. He would make this like really flavorful gumbo. It would always help him in whatever illnesses he has. Yeah, we're gonna try that, and hopefully our baby girl can get that and take it and not be as sick. Not stuff breaking around here. Everything breaking around here. Child, oof, Lord. It's been a day. Now, tomorrow on Christmas Day, I want them to get out the house. Let's put this in the fridge before it spoils. I want them to get out the house and actually go somewhere as a family. That would be great. Maybe have dinner somewhere else outside of the home. Maybe go somewhere and play some games and stuff. Maybe go ice skating or roller skating or something. We're gonna put this in the fridge and have Rachel get it tomorrow when she wakes up. Oh Lord, Valerie, now you done broke okay, you just broke everything, child, and left your daddy to go fix it. She's like, Dad, the plumbing is messed up again. So yeah, this is the thing about this house. Like, the plumbing is like constantly messing up, and he's just like constantly trying to fix stuff. So this is nothing new for him. He's just like, okay, baby girl, I got it, no worries. It's just water everywhere. Yeah, the place is like a little unkempt or whatever, but he still likes things to be tidy for whatever reason. He can't get to that one, but oh well. Okay, I think we've had enough today. I think we can finally go to sleep peacefully. We've had a great day. It's been a great Christmas Eve, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this little episode. I really love this family already. Winter Eve was successful. It's pretty good, but I guess she wanted to do a little bit more. That's okay. We can do some more tomorrow. But yeah, this is the Allen family, guys. I hope that y'all enjoyed this episode, and I reckon I will see you guys next time. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed this episode. Leave a little comment down below as well. I know y'all might be wondering, like, where's the Soul Food Legacy? Child. I don't know what it is. I just I ain't really had the time, y'all, to sit down and just play my game for real. I ain't gonna lie. This is probably like the first time I've been able to just sit down and record. No, you know what? I have the time to kind of like play or whatever, but I don't be having time to like sit down and record for real. And so this is the first time I've really had some time to just sit down and record and just enjoy the game and play. Thank y'all for stopping by. Shout out to my supporters. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all as always. All right. Until next time. Bye.